Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. A lot of pressure, a lot of feeling out of control, a lot of the hidden. And there's spider again. Seeing spiders everywhere. Lonely water. So, last few days, when I've gone into the bathroom to wash my hands, there's been this little spider, just a little money spider. Abundance, right? And it's been staring at its reflection. And, you know, I gently scare it away so it moves away from this. I don't know if it thinks that it's an opponent, not attacking it, or if it thinks that it's its partner, like Narcissi. But every time I come in, it's back there again, looking at its reflection. It's a spider. If it's not hunting, it's going to starve to death. But it keeps being drawn back. And I was reminded of that because there's another little money spider in here on the window. And it's just doing laps of the window trying to get out to the light. But it's chosen to be inside. And I wouldn't get many insects in here. The lights are hardly ever on in here to draw them. So this is Colette Baron-Reid's Spirit Animal Oracle. And Spider Spirit says, make your dreams real. Weaving your dreams into a fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention, and then Spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and Spirit will take 10 towards you. For the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. Spider Spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation. Oh, wow, the heart pain with this. Heart and root chakra work together. Ground yourself. Be in your heart. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses where they take form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions and then act as if you have become the one that lives this. See, I feel like there's something else. Yes. She's mentioned the 8th law of Hermeticism, which is which is the desire, but it's the care. Initiating change in the body requires the desire for something to change. And the action to make changes. And the care, the energy, the passion behind it. But then there's a release and a let go. It's complete surrender, and I'm hearing a hideous mess. the realizing that the action that we have taken is met tenfold, like she says, by spirit. So from that higher perception, they can... Sorry, I'm getting lots of streams of information at once. I'm just trying to follow through a thread. We are aligning with new purposes, and you are to integrate destined timelines, forged and fueled by your desires, by heavily intending to do so. You are giving yourself ample time to integrate. This is what all the fuss is about. This is where childlike desires become reality. And your effervescence highlights the areas of which you desire. Where do you get excited? And I've been watching a fair bit of Basha, and they say to be careful to discern the difference between your highest excitement and anxiety. And also in my experience, I experience high energies as anxiety. So that's quite difficult with all the effervescence that's bombarding our reality, right? Okay. Lonely water. Yeah, electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. One step at a time. Which one? This one? So swan spirit, okay, so swan spirit is significant, but not what she's written here. Okay, that's for another reading. Swan spirit. Stag spirit, take the lead. If you knew, like in Harry Potter, how protected you were by your own strength and your own might, that you were actually the only one there for you. When he was at the lake waiting for his father to save his past self, he realized that Patronus was his, not his father's. That the power was within him. Yeah. Okay. Pretty simple. It says the magic works through you. And they said the fire and the grace. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Ooh, girl, shock me like an electric eel. I'm just smiling because I just heard myself when I'm editing cursing myself for seeing all these songs that I then have to look up who they are and type them in. So, hi me. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit. What else do you want us to say? Let it shine. What are they activated there? They've kind of got, oh, okay. I was going to say it's the throat chakra, and I looked and I was like, oh, there's a heart in the throat chakra. And I'm like, is your heart in your throat? Is there excitement? Yeah, I can't say that on YouTube. That's rude. It's funny though. No. Time to let go. They're holding a little heart. Groundhog spirit. Have you been going around and around and around in this cycle which feels like Groundhog Day? Are you holding on to your own heart? You want to give it away, but you're too scared to? For some people. Others, it may be that you're holding on to someone else's heart and you know it's time to let go. It's, time to clear out the clutter. Let go of that pearl. There is more treasure in your own depths than there will ever be in somebody else. And frogs remind me of Arcturus too. Lily pad. There's something about the lily pad. So maybe you're someone who does parts work. I certainly do. And so this is reminding me of the masculine and the feminine, you know, all our polarities within us, the whole pantheon of the gods within us, all the archetypes within us. But it's really, really important when you're fighting with yourself, with different parts are disagreeing, to remember that you're one. And I think that works on a larger scale when we're fighting with other people, whether it's externally or an internal monologue, that you're all one. I'm hearing it so hard in this lonely world. I'm hearing sirens outside. Separation, anxiety, that's what I heard. Yeah. Embrace the in-between, flamingo. So rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. And they've given birth, there's little bunnies down here, little baby bunnies. Twins. Twins are awesome. Got a whole lot of love. Past life stuff here. She's got a bell around her neck. Makes it hard to hear. Wouldn't you think, if you're a rabbit with such sensitive ears, that every time you have a micro twitch your bells ring? Every time you speak, all you hear is calamity. Little kid outside speaking up. Okay, then this wasn't the next card on the top, but it popped out. So ant spirit, time to collaborate. I'm allowing time for you to think about your own scenarios. I'm allowing time for you to breathe in the in-between. Go on, go on forever. trust in the magic with White Raven Spirit, and be Spirit, sweet results await. Pretty cards. Chameleon Spirit, act as if. And that reinforces what she was saying in Spider Spirit that I cut off there. Act as if. He's wearing armor though. But there's celebration here as well. This is reminding me of celebration. This is like a warrior returning home, being celebrated. They're being lifted on high. Number 14, significant. For the Spartan. Know your worth. Skunk. I saw a YouTube short of a woman who'd found a skunk stuck down in a pipe, and she called the authorities that deal with saving skunks, and she was basically told because it was a skunk, leave it there to die. She wasn't okay with that. And her dad was with her, and he's like, oh, you know, he was supportive though. He was really supportive, but he did, you know, sort of voice that, you know, if you get covered in this stuff, you've got your cousin's wedding this weekend, you're not going to be able to go and all that. And well, I understand that that would be sad because it's a big event. Does attending a celebration outweigh the life of another? And so she put on some like what looked like 1980s wet weather clothes. Obviously ones that she didn't want back, and she'd made the decision. She got herself all covered up, and they're in the car, and the father's like, okay, she's made a decision. I've told her the worries. She's made the decision. I'm going to support her now. And she did it. She pulled this skunk out by the tail, and it just looked confused. It didn't try and spray her. And this guy's wearing a mask as well. It's so cute. Maybe you're so used to people helping in order to get something from you. I understand. But sometimes we need help. And I'm being reminded of the analogy, excuse me. It's so funny, man. I think this cup's older than me. Yeah, don't take life so seriously. Bigfoot's coming up. I'm being reminded of the story of man stuck out at sea. It's like, it's okay, God will save me. It's okay, God will save me. You just tread on water for dear life. And a boat comes along. Oh, hop in, mate, or I'll get you back to shore. No, it's okay, God will save me. And then a bigger boat comes along. It's the army. Come on, we'll get you in. We'll get you back to shore. No, God will save me. And then after a while, it's getting really, really tired. Really, really needs help. And a helicopter comes along. No, God will save me. Gets to the pearly gates. Gets to the throne of God and says to God, I believed in you. I thought you were going to save me. And God's like, I sent you a paddle boat. I sent you a bigger boat. And I sent you a helicopter. What do you want? But the reason I was pausing there was because there's a real crossroads energy. What if the story was that this guy didn't want to be saved because other times people had promised to save him and he'd been left to drown further out at sea? How desperate do you need to get before you will take the hand of God, before you will take the help that's being offered? When you're told that you're in a new era, that you're in a new energy, that you can trust what you have created. Did you work so hard to create, not to reap the rewards? And then we got vulture spirit, nothing is wasted, and grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. Oh boy. But what I really noticed was, and what I was noticing on this card that I didn't speak, was that sitting on top of the crown here, the crown chakra is already open, and then these two both had the crown. And then the one after that was the spider spirit card. Make your dreams come true. There's different colored pearls on here. There are different versions of you in these infinite timelines. Don't let the past keep you from your crown. As life is speeding up, set your boundaries. Take the time out to see clearly. Trust in the great mystery. And let spirit be your guide. Reclaim your power. Spirit has your back. You feel your magnificence. Something about looking into the eyes of danger. Panther feels the energy is withdrawn. It's not really making contact with us. Looking in the eyes of danger. When you're looking into the eyes of danger, you're seeing a reflection of yourself. Are you afraid of your own power? Thor's hammer. Thor's hammer. Something about letting it return to you. No. It's actually a mallet sitting here. Thor's hammer. It's for my camping gear. I get so uncomfortable in between, in the quiet. Just had Salem witch trials. You are integrating past aspects of yourself. Belief in the afterlife is only part of the transition phase. You are aligning to new understandings, and therefore new guides await you. And I'm seeing Panther spirit like walking beside you. Some sort of, I don't know if it's a forest or a clearing in a forest, and there's trees and there's lots of grass. It's abundant, going near a stream. And then the panther just kind of easily navigates its way across this stream. And then it's like in video games where when you tread into a new part of the map, it lights up on your map. So they're showing me that when you take the leap of faith, it's actually it's a smaller leap than you thought. It just feels daunting because you've never done it before. And then that whole map opens up. But you required, Blue Angel, but you're required to let the past fade. I was just seeing Vincent van Gogh's irises were originally painted in a beautiful deep purple, but they're now blue because the pigment that was used for the red part of the purple has faded. The root of fear has faded. Now it's time to speak truth and justice will prevail. I think it's also Thanksgiving in America at the moment, isn't it? And happy Thanksgiving. I know there's a lot of politics around these things, but the idea behind it, whether it was actually true, it's still a nice thought. I just heard prophecy. It's a nice prophecy. Something about believing in that act of treaty and of helping out someone who could be your enemy, and of that indigenous groundedness and solidness and wisdom. People holding the belief that this was true, that people have already achieved this, is really important, because it propels that forward. People believe if it's already happened, it's already in our nature and we can already do it. So there's two sides to every coin. There's blades on both sides of the sword. Sometimes there's political correctness and there's truth seeking, there's activism. It's a rite of passage is what I'm hearing, and it absolutely is. I was in that before. It's kind of a beginning phase of your awakening, isn't it? Getting caught up in all that sort of thing. And there's a wolf in the clouds and it's scratching its ear. It's like, take the head, I saw like someone's headpiece fall off, you know, those headpieces when people are in the games or on just getting involved, putting your energy. And then they show me a ball being pulled around by the nose, by them bringing their nose. Don't be led by the nose, be led by your heart. Can't you feel that beautiful heart beating inside your chest? Can't you feel that energy? How divine you are. You are the star. This is Hocus Pocus tarot deck. And in the story, Emily's life force was taken from her by the witches. But at the end of the story, she'd been waiting for him in the light. No one can really steal your soul from you. None of that's true. I know the experience. I have experienced that, but it's not true in the higher fields. If you feel like you need to reclaim, then do meditations that reclaim your soul fragments. So, you know, go through what you need to do. And there's Two of Candles. And then that's a dried corn cob in the back, which reminds me of Thanksgiving. With this card, the analogy is you've got all these sweet treats being presented right to you. but you're not interested in that. You're looking into the distance, into the stars, into the universe. Yeah, it's like they're trying to obscure your view of what you really want. And this reminds me of the twin flame, obviously because of the 2 candles. But the energy I got from it when I was prompted by this other card was that you've got all this that you should be so thankful for. So thankful for right in front of you. All the things, all these things that life and spirit are trying to provide you with, and they're just not appetizing. You're looking at a dried out old corn cob that's reminding me of a hag for some reason. God bless the hag. Wanting something that's all dried up. Let go. If it was for you, you would have had it. It was just a lesson. Yeah, and then the Queen of Pumpkins is inverted. She, whatever she represents in your particular case, she's not looking at you. She's looking at something different. She's looking higher. Okay, and now she's looking at the card. It's interesting, when I look at it through the viewfinder, it looks like she's looking above, but when I look at her face to face, she's looking at you. What do we make of that? You know, she, if there's a she or a he or a they or whatever they identify as, they might be doing their shadow work and getting on with their life, and the skeleton's out of the closet. That's interesting. This skeleton is kind of rainbow. And yesterday, my daughter saw a skeleton rainbow. A rainbow skeleton rainbow. A rainbow skeleton. And she said, oh, it's been underwater for a long time. And it took me a moment. I'm like, oh, because it turned to opal. Right? So, and I knew that was significant. They've been in their emotions. They've been dealing with all the different aspects of themselves and all their emotions so that they can liberate. And they're basically like partying in their own abundance at the moment. Or maybe that's the way it seems to you. Looks quite proud of herself at the back there. But like, she's making connections and she's sharing, but I'm seeing that the inner child is still wrapped in bandages, right? Still wrapped in bandages, but they're smiling behind all that. And there's this other energy, this Knight of Pumpkins, this really juvenile energy of, well, if you're not going to do what I want you to do, then I'm going to withhold this from you. I wouldn't want to be dealing with that either. Lonely water. Newt saliva. Tasty. 7 of Potions. I'm being reminded of Fantastic Beasts. Maybe that's confirmation for you. Maybe there's something in that movie. His name is Newt. And this one's potions as well. Thine own tongue. Thine own tongue. Thine own tongue is putting you in a prison. Contact your ancestors, your spirit guides, And while there might be some spooky things kind of blocking your view of the sun, you know the way. And don't be afraid of stepping on your ancestors' toes. Or being a boil on their backside, you are acting modestly when you are actually the angel that your ancestral line were waiting for. I love you.